is Thanksgiving once again next week already. Can you believe this? Food costs are down for a third year in a row this Thanksgiving, bringing relief to millions of American families just in time for the Thanksgiving dinner holiday. Fox Business's Kelly Saberi is in Chicago this morning with all the details on a more affordable Thanksgiving. Kelly.
Good morning, Maria. So what we have here is the spread that the survey that everyone has been referencing from the Farm Bureau has put together. This is for 10 people, and it's an interesting mix, but they say all of this is going to be $55.18 for your 10 friends and family members. Now, not everything has decreased in price. So if we look at both the rolls here, that is something that has decreased. But on the other hand, your fresh veggies, that's something that has increased about 60% since last year. Now, all of this comes as the price of the bird is what is really making the biggest difference. So what we know is that the wholesale price of turkeys has increased 75%. So how could it be that if that's almost half the cost of your budget, that is going to still mean we have a lower Thanksgiving bill this year? Well, it's because stores are eating the cost of the turkey. For example, Walmart is selling turkeys for 98 cents a pound, which is less than half of what Purdue University estimates the price should be. Now, why is it so expensive? They say it's because of a highly pathogenic avian flu that has been affecting the supply that we have of turkeys this year. Now, if your family does not like turkey, or if maybe you are fun and you do beef too as another protein option, keep in mind that that is still quite expensive. It has increased since last year about 5 times the rate of the food at home inflation rate. Maria, back to you.
All right, Kelly. Great. Thanks so much, Kelly Saberi. Well, it's an interesting situation we have here, Todd. You've got turkey and bread down, but veggies up.
So I don't think that's that interesting. I think you just eat the meat. Forget the veggies. Be a man. I got a laugh out of Maria. If I get one laugh per appearance, I know I've done my job. But look, there's a bigger issue here, and it's this. This is only one day. And the goal of the Trump administration in the next 11 months leading up to next November has to be to make it be known that prices are not as bad as they would have been under a Kamala Harris regime. And because of that, you need to vote Republicans in the midterm in order to keep this momentum going. The way it stands right now, you've seen the numbers. I know you have, Maria. The American people feel pinched in their wallets. They are not feeling economically powerful right now. And I understand Donald Trump had to focus on foreign policy this year. This year was all about foreign policy. But next year, the focus needs to be laser on bringing down costs and making sure the American people know that. That means the entire Republican apparatus, House, Senate, governors, need to be driving that message day in and day out.
Yeah, what do you think, Cheryl?
There's so much there. To pick up on something that Todd said, though, before you start to think, oh, my gosh, prices have jumped so much in 2025 and food is so expensive, hold on a second. Because, look, according to the Agricultural Department, next year we might see a 2 to 3% increase in food prices. I think with diesel going down, you're going to see that actually come in a little bit lighter than expected. But in 2025, overall, as of the CPI number for September, we're at a 2.7% increase for food at home. And that is what we were talking about. This is grocery store prices. Let's remind everybody what happened in 2022. We saw food at home jump 11.4%. That was when we had President Biden in office. In 2023, food at home overall for the year jumped 5.8%. Inflation was out of control and Americans were suffering. So before anybody believes that New York Times headline that you're going to see about that President Trump is not controlling inflation, that President Trump, your prices are higher, look at the numbers and remind yourself where we are now versus where we were under Biden and Harris.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, the Wall Street Journal writes it this way. The middle class is buckling under almost 5 years of persistent inflation. We all know how this started. All the massive out-of-control spending, $7 trillion in spending under Joe Biden, and inflation all the way up to 40-year highs. That doesn't reverse overnight. The president is trying hard to rein that in, and we are watching it happen live as it's taking place.